Well, this is actually my primary site or my primary spot for studying and for doing research. I live in an apartment complex and it's a lot of sound and noise around, so I cannot concentrate. And the public library downtown, it gets a little bit packed too, so this is the perfect spot for me to just get out of class and come and study. Also, besides the resources that the library have with the team of research people, I also find that the new spot at the library, at the college is actually great because I used to be a student back in '98 as well.
Oh, so you remember our old library?
Yes, I remember when it was down there, and I only visited like probably twice during like the 3 semesters that I was here. And in here, I'm here like almost every day. So thank you for.
I enjoy the library very much. It's very intimidating to me to come in here, but when I come in here, the staff is so friendly and so nice, and they don't just point out where the books are, they actually take you over and show you, and they also go beyond, and they like help you to tell you like what other things would help you with your research. I use the library a lot when I'm doing like group projects. It's very nice to come in and use the computers all together. I would not suggest a chat room because I like interaction, like face to face. The library is really sorted out really well, so it makes it very easy. It's very comfortable coming in here, and it's a very great library.
I use the library because it has a lot of great resources, and I can come here for help anytime I need, and everyone's just really willing to help.
I just need to check in to take a test.
I come here to the library because they're very nice people. The fact that when I'm struggling finding resources, I come to the library.
Being taught something by someone in person, a one-on-one experience, it's faster and it sticks.
I can see how the chat room and the email could be beneficial to people that perhaps are sick or cannot physically attend to school and they need to do their research at home. But I usually use face-to-face.
Right.
I poll, and I can't remember the name of the other lady with the short hair.
Michelle.
I'm getting to know them very much because every time I come in, I always have a question for them. So
the librarians are very helpful with looking up research when Google isn't enough, and I really like the environment here because I feel like I can get some work done.
Yeah, I really like the library. It's a good source of resources. I come here to get a lot of homework done, get to use all the books that I need for all my classes, and librarians are very helpful.
Let's double check with Diana Hacker to see if, yeah, now that looks to me to be double spaced. Yeah, even the bibliography, which is called works, oh, that's one thing, is works cited should be in the middle.
It's 2008, but the rest, the title, the author, the publisher, and the place is all on that title page.
This comes up every semester. A student will come up to me and say, hey Dave, I found this book on the Yanomami. Is it an ethnography? Well, let's say it was written by some guy who worked in a library. He was a professor of anthropology, and he read lots of articles on the Yanomami, and he synthesized them. Would that be an ethnography? No. That would be useful, but that's a different kind of scholarship, right? It wouldn't be firsthand, it wouldn't be there, it wouldn't be immersed in the...
Okay, so they're all for Railroad City downtown. So the middle school branch.
Okay.
So yeah, you can chip away at that if you like.
The libraries are important, one, because they allow my students to become familiar with resources and how to do research, and know what a reliable resource is. Because if they just get online, I get a lot of things with like Wikipedia, sources that aren't written by anthropologists. So this really brings them into the anthropology world in terms of reading anthropology and knowing how academics actually do research. And this really helps with critical thinking. Is this a valid source or not? Would an anthropologist think this or not? Go through the process that a real researcher would go through. It really enlightens the science classes.
Hi, I'm Lucia Orlando. I'm the head of research services for the McHenry Library and Science and Engineering Library here at UC Santa Cruz. And something that I would like community college students to understand when they transfer to a research institution, which hopefully will be UCSC, that when you come into an environment like UCSC and you're doing research, it's helpful to understand that there's something called an information economy that exists. It means that there is portals or pockets, boxes of information that are more than just what you would find available out there on Google or in Wikipedia. These are sources of information that are very organized and structured. They've been vetted by outside editors before they're put into these databases and other information repositories so that they can be discovered and enhance the conversation that occurs in the academy. Now, that's a fancy way of saying that basically people who do research talk to each other, and the way that they talk to each other is by written articles. And it's important for students to understand that a lot of that conversation occurs through the written form and that isn't picked up by Google, Wikipedia, blogs, etc. Another thing that I've noticed personally from all the work and interactions that I've had with students on our desks is what the difference is between a really stellar student versus a student who's just average. And what I've noticed about the stellar students is that they understand that there is sources of information that they have access to that are not just out there low-hanging fruit for them to find. That it's other sources in these information portals like data, statistics, government reports, things of that nature that they have access to and they're willing to take advantage of it. So I encourage you to really investigate the library, the types of information that's available to you, and don't just go for the easy stuff that you can find and that makes you feel like you found good information out there through the free web. Thank you.